Coming live from Zurich, Switzerland, the best FIFA Football Awards 2020. From the home of FIFA. Your hosts tonight are Reshmin Chowdhury and Ruud Gullit.
Hello and welcome. We are so thrilled to be here for the best FIFA Football Awards 2020. It is, of course, a very different ceremony to what we're accustomed to, but the good news is we're not alone. As you can see, we have an audience behind us, albeit a virtual one. We, of course, have a very exciting show for you with 11 awards honouring those who have excelled over the past 12 months, including the best FIFA Women's Player and the best FIFA Men's Player for 2020.
Tonight, we will also pay homage to an Argentinian genius and a classy Italian who both left us in recent weeks. There's no getting away from what this challenging year it's been for everyone. Football took a back seat for a while, as health went top of the agenda. And this revealed a generosity of spirit on a scale we've never seen before.
L'épidémie is the biggest threat for decades.
You must stay at home.
Deutschland die Grenzen schließen wird.
There are no international sports events happening at all.
Lockdown's been really difficult. It's been tough mentally. It's been quite challenging for a lot of football fans.
As you know, at this time, even rivals need to stick together.
Juntos seremos más fuertes y estaremos listos para volver a luchar.
The first time the corona hit our country, we can't believe it. We are all devastated.
Football is a unifier, it's a healer, it doesn't discriminate.
Nos gustaría dar las gracias a todos los sanitarios del mundo.
आप हमारे सब हीरो हैं.
Selam, lohulum yetena balamoyouch, betam enamase genallen.
Mi smo sa vama, fudbal je uz vas.
Le football est reconnaissant. Merci.
Shukriya.
Grazie mille.
Wir sehen unsere Unterschiede.
Aber wenn wir zusammenhalten, sind wir stärker.
Mantente positivo, mantente fuerte.
Debemos mantener nuestra distancia, pero no perder nuestro enfoque.
Vivimos fútbol.
Vamos.
Yeah, it's emotional to watch. The work they've done is extraordinary and uplifting, and we cannot thank them enough. Now, tonight, we are at the home of FIFA, but unfortunately, the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, is unable to join us here in the studio, but he has put together this special message.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you to this show here tonight. 2020 has been a very difficult year, an exceptional year, and therefore our thoughts are going first and foremost to all those who have been suffering due to the pandemic in 2020, and our thanks go obviously as well to all those who have been at the front line in fighting this pandemic. The medical staff, the volunteers, everyone, the experts who have contributed to save lives and to make our lives a little bit better. We hope, of course, that 2021, and we are sure, will be a better year, but this year has shown us that health comes first, even before football. Football has stopped this year, but it has resumed as well. It has restarted again, and it has started again to give smiles and hopes to millions, to billions of people all around the world, and that's why our thoughts and our thanks are going as well to the entire football community who has worked hard to make sure that football and the flame of football is kept alive. Many legends in this last year have shown us with their solidarity actions how and what football can do to help. And speaking about legends, of course, a very emotional thought is going to Diego Armando Maradona and to Paolo Rossi, two true legends who have lost their lives and have brought a lot of sadness to all of us in the last few weeks. A big hug goes virtually to them, to their families, to their friends, to all those like us who love them, and to all those like us who fell in love with the beautiful game thanks to what they have shown us in their careers. Un fuerte abrazo e un grande abbraccio to all of you. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is also a night to celebrate. We are celebrating the best players, the best coaches, the best teams, those who have made our hearts vibrate as well during this difficult year. Unfortunately, we are all online, but I congratulate already in advance the winners of the best awards, and I guarantee you that I will come as soon as the situation permits to bring you in person the award wherever you are in the next weeks and months, because you deserve it. So again, a big thank you, a big hug to all of you. Stay with us. You will experience a very, very exciting evening celebrating the best of football. Bye-bye.
No, a lovely message there. Well, staying with the theme of inspirational work, one young footballer's campaign to combat child hunger in the United Kingdom has been nothing short of groundbreaking. Marcus Rashford helped raise millions of pounds in donations and convinced the UK government to offer free school meals to low-income families. Now, he can't join us live tonight because his team, Manchester United, are playing Sheffield United in the Premier League. However, I did catch up with him earlier.
Yeah, there's no difference between, my upbringing and some of the children that are in that situation now. And for me, it's just about giving them the best possibilities in life, really, giving them the opportunity to achieve their dreams. And I feel like a lot of kids in a lot of areas, they don't have them possibilities just because of certain situations that they're in. So if we all manage to come together and make the situation a little bit easier for each family, then we'll have a lot more successful people.
And would you be where you are if someone hadn't helped you out back in those days?
I think to get to the top, you need help. I remember days because I used to get buses to training, and there was a few sessions where I just couldn't go because my mum was working, and my sisters both had babies, my brothers was at school and university, so there was no one to actually take me to training. I remember missing 3 or 4 training sessions when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and it got to a stage where I was getting upset at home, and my mum was just basically saying that she can't do it, and she asked the club for help, and they gave us drivers and stuff to help get us to training them back from training, and without that bit of help, then there's no way I would have still been playing football.
Yeah, it was so inspiring, Marcus, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but you are actually the recipient of the FIFA Foundation Award for your outstanding efforts and humanitarian work to combat child poverty. FIFA will be making a financial contribution of $100,000 to support your inspiring sociable and charity work as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you as well. Because I know from people from other countries, they want to get involved and they want to learn and understand about it, and it will have a knock-on effect because things will start to happen in other countries as well. Like I've had messages from other players and stuff that play in different leagues, and they want to do a similar thing for their country. And for me, it's brilliant. It's why I started it, because I wanted to make change and give people a better chance at life.
I like the orange shirt. The first legend to join us tonight represented Switzerland in the 2006 FIFA World Cup, where he didn't concede a single goal. He made over 50 appearances for his country. Please welcome Pascal Superbühler.
Great to see you, Pascal.
Nice to see you. Hi, Ruth.
Great to see you, Pascal. We might need you for these first two categories as we discover who will be named the best women's and the best man's goalkeeper for 2020. The Olympic Women's Football Tournament in Tokyo would have been the main event on the women's calendar this year, but the games were delayed by a year.
Well, that hasn't stopped the continued growth of women's football, especially since the FIFA Women's World Cup in France, which had an aggregate audience of over 1.1 billion watching on television. And unsurprisingly, we have some high-class contenders for the Best Women's Goalkeeper Award.
After a remarkable tournament in France 2019, Sari van Veenendaal became the maiden winner of tonight's first award. And these are the three nominees for the Best FIFA Women's Goalkeeper of 2020. So our three nominees are Sarah Bouhaddi, winner of the UEFA Women's Champions League with Olympique Lyonnais. Last year's runner-up for this award is Christiane Endler of Paris Saint-Germain. And Elisa Neha, 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup winner with the United States. So Pascal, can you open the envelope?
Of course. This year, the second winner of the Best FIFA Women's Goalkeeper is Sarah Bouhaddi.
Oh, well, this is the first time we're actually doing an interview like this virtually. Sarah, tout d'abord, félicitations. C'est un plaisir de vous avoir avec nous. Qu'est-ce que cela fait d'être reconnue comme ça, comme the best? Et aussi, pour un club comme Olympique... Ah, attends, un second. Pour un club comme Olympique Lyonnais, comment est-ce qu'on peut maintenir ce niveau chaque année, de continuer de s'améliorer chaque année comme ça?
Waouh, déjà c'est une très belle récompense. Je suis beaucoup surprise parce que j'étais entourée de très grandes gardiennes. Notre poste, il n'est pas facile et aujourd'hui on évolue avec l'évolution du football et sur le poste de gardien de but. Donc c'est un honneur d'être vainqueur ce soir face à de très belles gardiennes. Maintenant, c'est vrai que de jouer à Lyon, ça a beaucoup de responsabilités et aujourd'hui, je fais le maximum pour répondre présent. Mais il y a beaucoup de gens qui œuvrent au quotidien à mes côtés pour me mettre dans les meilleures conditions et je voudrais particulièrement les remercier. Tout d'abord, remercier la FIFA aussi de nous mettre cet honneur, de nous mettre cette distinction parce qu'aujourd'hui, comme je l'ai dit, notre poste n'est pas facile et ils nous mettent en avant ce soir. Donc, merci beaucoup. Remercier mes coéquipières parce que c'est elles au quotidien qui me permettent de progresser et d'évoluer dans les meilleures conditions. Remercier mon staff aussi également parce que grâce à eux, je suis dans de bonnes conditions et ils me donnent la confiance au quotidien. Et je voulais, avant de finir, remercier ma famille, même de loin. Ils ont toujours un œil sur moi, un œil d'amour très présent. Donc je les remercie et remercier le président de l'Olympique Lyonnais parce que grâce à lui, ça fait 11 ans qu'il m'accorde sa confiance. Et il est toujours derrière nous, il apporte le maximum pour notre club et il nous fait vivre de notre passion. Donc ça, c'est extraordinaire.
Sarah,
j'aimerais quand même avoir un petit clin d'œil avant de finir. Juste un clin d'œil pour Gérard Rouillet. Il nous a quittés il y a quelques jours et il fait partie de la famille OL et je pense qu'il aurait été très heureux de voir cette récompense rentrer à l'Olympique Lyonnais.
Ouais, très bien. Très bien, ce que vous
Sarah,
avez dit.
thanks for your kind words. Also from my side, congratulations, and I'm really impressed to see what you did for the women goalkeeping lately and over these 11 years in Lyon, how you managed this all the time to be hungry. From my side, I would like to know from you in the 2020, your league stopped earlier, okay? And in between you had 3 months free time until the season started now. What you did personally in this time? Did you train more, or you stay at home, or how you manage this situation?
On est resté à la maison, c'était pas facile. Il y avait un programme individuel où il a fallu travailler individuellement à la maison, donc c'était vraiment difficile. Et d'attendre justement ces reprises de championnat ou de Champions League ou de compétition. Et aujourd'hui, on a eu la chance de pouvoir finir tout ça. Et voilà, je suis très contente de remporter tous ces trophées avec mon club.
C'est incroyable, Sarah. Merci beaucoup pour être avec nous. Et encore une fois, félicitations pour tout ce que vous avez gagné.
Merci beaucoup. Merci à tout le monde. Merci aux supporters et surtout aux professionnels du football qui ont voté pour moi, parce que c'est grâce à eux que j'ai eu cette récompense. Merci à tout le monde.
Merci, Sarah. Au revoir.
Merci. Au revoir. Bonne soirée.
On to the best FIFA Men's Goalkeeper Award. They've all had one-on-one situations with some of the most powerful centre forwards in the world. Who blinks first? Who stops who? It sounds familiar. I admit I had a few of these characters in the past. In the space of a few seconds, you can become either a hero or a villain. These are the nominees for the best FIFA Men's Goalkeeper for 2020.
So the 3 nominees are Alisson Becker, who won Liverpool's first Premier League title in 30 years, Manuel Neuer, who captained Bayern Munich to their 6th UEFA Champions League crown, and with his first ever nomination for this award, Jan Oblak of Atletico Madrid. Pascal, would you do the honours, please?
The award for the best FIFA Men's Goalkeeper 2020 goes to Manuel Neuer.
Manuel, fantastic to see you. Huge congratulations on winning this award. It just seems to be one of those years for you. I know that you won the treble with Bayern. It wasn't just that you won it, it was the manner in which you did it. And for you, it's been a superb season. The statistics prove that as well. Is it probably your best year for Bayern, would you say?
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much. It's one of the best years of my career. Of course, we were so confident with our team, and yeah, it's amazing what we have done in this year 2020, and yeah, especially the summer when we played together in Lisboa. Yeah, it was amazing for all of us, and we are very happy about it.
Manuel, auch von meiner Seite herzliche Gratulation zu diesem fantastischen Award. Das hast du dir ganz klar hart selber erarbeitet, in den letzten 2 Jahren speziell. Herzliche Gratulation. Mich würde Wunder nehmen, in dieser schwierigen Zeit, speziellen Zeit nun, 2020, ohne Zuschauer im Stadion. Wie ist das als Torhüter? Wir Torhüter haben ja immer gerne, wenn hinter dem Tor die Ränge voll sind. Positiv oder negativ. Wie handelst du das oder wie ist das für dich im Moment?
Yeah, it's a hard time for all of us because we don't have the supporters behind our backs, especially for the goalkeepers. But I think in our team we have a great mentality and we are just playing for our fans. They're watching the games and we are so motivated and we try to do our best each game.
Und wie ist das mit dem Verständigen? Jetzt als Torhüter kannst du super dirigieren, kannst du sogar deine Stürmer zurückpfeifen, wenn du brauchst, wenn das nötig ist. Aber wie ist das? Ist das ein Vorteil für dich im Moment, so zu spielen als Torhüter, wo die Verteidigung dirigieren musst, oder machst du es so wie immer?
No, it's much more easy to communicate on the pitch, especially for a goalkeeper. You can reach Robert Lewandowski if you want to say something as well. For our coach, if he has to say something to the players, it's more easy and the input goes directly to each player.
Danke vielmals, Manu.
Manu, thank you and huge congratulations. Really well done today. Thank you. Pascal, thank you very much as well for helping us with these awards.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you.
See you later.
Thank you, Pascal, for revealing officially the best male keeper in the business. And now we move seamlessly on from the best shot stoppers to the biggest nightmares. Hungary international great Ferenc Puskas scored 84 times in 85 appearances for his country. So it's fitting that the award for this year's most beautiful goal is still named in his honor.
Absolutely right. This is one of my favorite categories, and it's certainly no easy task to select. So here are the 11 exquisite goals. Enjoy.
Once again, here are the names of those 3 goal scorers. Georgian Darascaeta of Uruguay, Son Heung-min of Korea Republic, and Luis Suarez, also of Uruguay. So we can now announce that the 2020 FIFA Puskas Award goes to and I'm going to do it.
You do. Be careful.
Oh, you're going to be delighted. Son Heung-min. So, how you doing?
Not bad. Great.
Can you talk us? Yeah, can you talk us through this goal? So, what were you thinking?
No, I mean, I talk about many times. As soon as when I get the ball, I try to pass the ball. Obviously, I received the ball in my own box, and it was the best option to pass. But I couldn't find any option, and I started to dribble. And after 2 seconds, was in front of a goal, and yeah, I was really surprised. And this was such a beautiful goal.
So you blame your teammates?
No, I'm not blaming my teammates. Obviously, no, they should give me more options. But no, I'm joking. So because of that, I made a great run, great goal. So I think is grateful for the teammates as well.
Yes. So how did you feel after the goal? Was it a relief? Was it like, oh, I could have done one step more, otherwise I would collapse? What were you thinking after you scored?
Obviously, after I scored the goal, I didn't realize it was that amazing goal. And as soon as I realized after the game, I watched it again, and then I was just thinking, wow, this was something special goal. And during the game, obviously you focus during the game. You wanna be involved to the game. So, but after the game, I was just so surprised that I was so far away. So many people around me, so I think it was an amazing feeling.
Okay, you are in a well form this year, so continue doing so, and we're going to see more of you. So thank you very much for this interview, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Congratulations to Son there. Now, our next guest on stage with us is simply a managerial legend. He spent 22 years at Arsenal, winning 3 Premier League titles and 7 FA Cups on the way. We are delighted to welcome the FIFA Chief of Global Development, Arsène Wenger.
Good evening.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Always a pleasure to see you, Arsène.
Yes. Thank you.
How is life? I mean, away from the day-to-day of management, it's all different now. You've got this nice job at FIFA. Do you miss it?
Yes, I have not to win football games.
Which is good. So you don't have that pressure.
That's a bit different, but I have more an educational responsibility to educate girls and boys all over the world. And that's quite a massive challenge as well.
So, before we go to the nominees, but you are a world-class coach. At least I think so.
Thank you, Ruud.
Because I think so. So what does it take to be a world-class coach?
It takes, I would say, first of all, expertise, of course, about football. You need a strategy as well.
Yeah.
You need certainly, today more than ever, a good communicator.
Mm-hmm.
You need as well to have a good resistance to stress. And world-class players, let's not forget.
You forget something, a lot of luck.
As well, thank you.
So, 2020 has been a difficult year. People and players have to stay in the bubble. How would you have handled that?
Well, I would say this special year tested a lot the adaptation skills of coaches, because they had to adapt to very new circumstances, and as well to organize under very special circumstances, because the players were not even coming to the training ground.
Mm-hmm.
And as well, I must say, they have been tested a lot on the motivational level, because you have no supporters, no fans in the stadium, and you have to get your team to your best, to their best in every single game. So it was a very difficult and unusual year for the coaches.
Yeah, we're going to find out about the people who've made the best of that situation, because Arsène is here with us as we reveal who has won the Best FIFA Coaches Awards. We start with the women's category, and the ever-growing popularity of the women's game has inspired more young girls to get involved. Better infrastructure, it's generated a whole new set of fans, and of course, that success is down to the performances of top players being coached by some world-class managers.
These coaches are responsible for taking tough decisions. smart tactical strategies, and looking after their players and their diverse personalities. Not forgetting the importance of remaining calm. These are the nominees for the Best FIFA Women's Coach of 2020. Our three nominees are Emma Hayes of Chelsea, who led the Blues to the treble, Jean-Luc Vasseur of Olympique Lyonnais, winners of the UEFA Women's Champions League and 2017 winner Sarina Wiegman of the Netherlands. Which one of them will succeed Jill Ellis of the United States? Arsene, can you reveal the winner?
Yes, the best FIFA Women's Coach is Sarina Wiegman.
Sarina, gefeliciteerd.
Dankjewel. Jeetje, wat een verrassing.
Ja. So congratulations. What were the secret ingredients of winning this award, do you think?
Well, maybe sustainability. Of course, we have had a great development with the Dutch national team over the last years, where a lot of people worked really hard to get to where we are right now. But staying modest, being prepared all the time, and stay connected with the team and the staff we're working with. And this year, of course, be creative, be agile and flexible in these very hard circumstances.
Sarina, congratulations.
Thank you.
My deepest congratulations. In fact, you continue the great tradition of your country producing great coaches. Did somebody in your country inspire you when you started?
Yes, a lot of people. Sure. Actually, you inspired me too, because I met you earlier. I don't remember. But I had a chat with you a couple of years ago when I did the UEFA Pro. A lot of coaches inspired me. Louis van Gaal inspired me, but Andries Jonker, I've worked with a long time. He really inspires me and still helps me. But also Bert van Lingen, he's out of, he's not in working spot anymore. But he was such a great developer, and I can tell about a lot of more coaches. But I always look at coaches. What do they do? How do they behave? What can I learn from it? And I just take it with me.
Oh, Sarina, gefeliciteerd. Congratulations. You're going to have a new job. You're going to work with England. So you're going to bring all the secrets of the Dutch secrets to the English. Not too much, eh?
Thank you, Sarina. We want that, huh?
Thank you.
Thank you
and
very
good
much.
luck.
Yeah.
Well done.
Can I say some words?
Of course.
I would like of course, thank you for all this recognition. It's really an honor to receive this award. I'm really happy that I can work with the national team for the last years, because in the Netherlands we've put so much effort. So many people have put so much effort in developing the game and to improve the facilities and building a better structure for top women's football. And now I work with the best players in the world, with an incredible staff supported by the Dutch Federation. But most of all, working as a team, that's what made the difference all the time. So team, player, staff, KNVB, this is our recognition, I would say, and thank you very much. And I hope that we can play the game again with our fans and with people in the stadiums, because it's just just a little party all the time to play with the crowd. But even though we don't, I hope we can still inspire people and bring a little joy with them. And hopefully we are an example of how you can be a little agile and flexible in these hard times. So thank you very much. And I hope everyone has a very nice Christmas and we can get this COVID pandemic under control worldwide next year.
Thank you very much, Serena.
Very well said, Serena. Thank you. Now, on to the best FIFA men's coach, where we'll be crowning our 5th winner here tonight. Previous winners include Claudio Ranieri, Zinedine Zidane, Didier Deschamps, and Jurgen Klopp. Let's take a look at the nominees. Well, 3 world-class coaches: Marcelo Bielsa, who guided Leeds United back to the Premier League after 16 years, Hans-Dieter Flick, the man responsible for leading Bayern Munich to the treble, and Jurgen Klopp, the man who added the Premier League title to his European crown with Liverpool. Arsene, it's over to you.
The best FIFA men's coach is Jurgen Klopp.
We go this side, Jurgen. Arsene. Jurgen, your face says it all. You're shocked.
I am. I was just sitting here because I thought last year I won it, and then I show every year the respect when I'm nominated. I try to show the respect and will show up in the wherever it is. Now it was easy this year because we're in Liverpool. I'm here with my players. Thank you for the applause.
Are they all there? Can they come and give us a wave?
They could. Come on, Trent.
Let's see them all. Who's here? Hey, Trent. Hello.
Yeah, our
I thought you said your team.
Players. Yes, we sit far. We sit socially distanced together in a room.
Course.
Yeah, at a training ground. So thank you very much. Wow. Hello, Arsene. Nice to see you.
How are you?
Again, I'm okay.
You have really two great days. You win last night in the last minute, and today you win the best coach of the year. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I have honestly so many people to thank, and especially and most of all my coaches. This morning we sat together, and I thought actually, if I would have known that I win it, that we win it, then they would have been all here, and we would now stand left and right of me. So I have to thank Pep Linders, Pete Kravitz, John Achterberg, Vitor Matos, and Jack Robinson. So because what we did in the last few years is really special, and it's all about these boys. So it was a big pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
It is incredible what you've done in these past few years. I mean, last year was big enough, winning the European trophy. I know Liverpool has this phrase, "this means more." You know, the Premier League title, because it had been such a long wait, does that, I suppose it's hard to compare, but does it mean more in a sense that you're sort of building a legacy here now?
Oh, I don't know what we are building, but what I know that it both felt really good, to be honest. And yes, of course, we didn't dream 30 years, but we dream already for a few years, and that it happened last summer was absolutely exceptional. And we all had a very special year in an unfortunately not such a positive way. But then for all the Liverpool fans, at least, we could set some highlights in that tricky period. And so it was, really, really good and great. And for me, I had no idea how it would feel. And it felt absolutely overwhelming. But I wouldn't miss the Champions League trophy as well, to be honest. So both,
of course,
both was nice.
Tell me, Jürgen, it's a special year. I haven't never experienced that. How do you find it with nobody in the stadium? Does it make the games less predictable, or more predictable, or more difficult at home?
So obviously at home, I still cannot really explain it because, so obviously at home we didn't struggle too much. Probably people would have thought Liverpool, with the atmosphere our supporters usually create, for us would be the difference maybe the biggest with and without supporters. But the boys did incredibly well. Maybe we still work with our long-term memory. We still can remember how it usually sounds in a stadium. Now we had the last 2 games and the 2,000 people make a massive difference. The situation in general is the most difficult I ever experienced in my professional life, as in my personal life as well, but especially in the professional life, because it's just so intense and because, yeah, the lockdown was not a proper break. Yes, we didn't train properly and we didn't, but we couldn't go on holiday. The boys were at home, young people at home, and you cannot go out, especially with a famous face. Even when the lockdown is over, you cannot really have spare time and all these kind of things. Then you come together, short period, train, and then the game's coming thick and fast. So it's really a hectic schedule. But my team did, again, really well so far. So with all the problems we had, obviously, they do, again, really well. And that's obviously very nice. But how influential it is without supporters result-wise, I still not figured it out, to be honest. At home, we don't struggle away. We struggle, not really, but the results are not the same. So we just try, keep improving, keep going, and do the best. As long as our supporters are not in, that we have something to celebrate when they all come back.
Yeah, well, you've done an incredible job of navigating the season. Jürgen, huge congratulations. You are the best FIFA men's coach, officially, again.
I'm not, but I won the award, so that's good enough.
It's fantastic. Thank you, Jürgen. All the best.
I would like to say as well, Jürgen, that congratulations, of course, deepest respect to you and to Liverpool as well. And the word about Gérard, who was one of your predecessors, Gérard Rouillet, at Liverpool as well.
Oh, yes, 100%. So we unfortunately now we had, for the wrong reasons, to speak a lot about him. Gérard Rouillet was a great, and you know him much better than I did, but he was a great human being, fantastic man, sensational coach, and for Liverpool, unbelievably influential. We are now at a new training ground, sitting here in a moment in Kirkby. He was the builder, if you want, of Melwood, which we all will remember forever. So he was one of the greatest we ever had, and we miss him a lot.
Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, Jürgen. Really well said. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And thank you very much, Arsène, for helping us with these awards. You are going to join us a bit later on, aren't you? So we will see you in a few moments.
Congratulations to the winners and the nominees. And thank you, Arsène Wenger. And we'll see you later in the show. One coach who is sadly no longer with us deserves to be mentioned tonight. Gérard Rouillet, who passed away this week, led Liverpool back to their glory days. He also had a successful time at Olympique Lyonnais. Merci, Gérard. Now it's time for the FIFA Fair Play Award, which recognizes model behavior on and off the field. This award highlights fair play and kindness in the football around the world.
Yeah, the outstanding gestures of our past 4 winners have been absolutely remarkable. The winner of the FIFA Fair Play Award for 2020 is a quick-thinking and courageous young boy from Italy. This is his story.
Chiamavo e comunque lo toccavo, visto che non reagiva, ho pensato subito di metterlo sul lato, aprirgli la bocca e tirargli fuori la lingua, perché avevo notato che non riusciva a respirare. Dopo lo spavento preso in precedenza ero molto contento, ero felice di aver fatto una cosa del genere.
Ciao Matteo, come stai?
Bene, da te?
Sei con tua famiglia?
Sì, sono qua con mia mamma, invece mio padre qua.
Ok. Voglio chiedere una cosa, come mai che sapevi che cosa dovevi fare?
Ma sinceramente non sapevo anche se stessi facendo la cosa giusta, mi è sembrata la cosa, almeno a me, più corretta. La cosa a cui pensavo, l'unica cosa a cui pensavo era salvargli la vita comunque. Cioè fare tutto il possibile per aiutarlo.
Sì, sei molto modesta, eh? Sei un eroe, eh? Adesso la gente sanno che sei un eroe, o no?
Grazie, ma non sono un eroe comunque.
Ah, ma la tua vita ha cambiato dopo questi incidenti?
No, sinceramente no, io mi sono sentito sempre lo stesso, anche adesso, cioè sono sempre lo stesso Matteo di sempre.
Ok, che cosa? Tu?
Io sempre fare le stesse cose.
Ok, va bene, ma tu?
Sempre io.
Vuoi essere un calciatore?
Beh sì, quello lì sì.
Sì, ma si stai allenando?
Sì.
Stai giocando?
Sì, sto allenando solo.
Ok, e in che squadra che giochi?
Gioco nell'Ospedaletti.
Ah.
Qua in provincia di Puglia.
Che cosa
Comunque
sei?
è un onore per me parlare con uno dei giocatori più forti della storia del calcio.
Ok, va bene. Voglio dire che sei un eroe per me, ok? E sei sempre conosciuto. Magari vengono un attimo con te, vengono in Italia così andiamo a parlare un po' che cosa hai fatto.
Sarebbe un onore, sarebbe veramente un onore immenso per me.
Ok, grazie Mattia.
Grazie a tutti, grazie alla FIFA per il premio, volevo ringraziare anche Matteo, la mia famiglia, il club e tutte le persone che mi sono state vicine, che mi hanno sempre supportato. Grazie veramente.
Ok, va bene. An incredible story that summarizes the very best of football. Now, 2020 may have been a year with limited or no fans in the stadium. But football's colorful and passionate heartbeat remains a permanent fixture at the best FIFA Football Awards.
Anyone who saw Silvia Greco's heartwarming story last year will know that this is usually among the more emotional moments of the evening. Such an incredible level of devotion to the game from tonight's FIFA Fan Award nominees.
In Scotland, thanks to a generous donation from fund manager James Anderson, all 42 Scottish professional football league clubs received money to help stay afloat and keep running during the COVID-19 outbreak. In Colombia, fans of opposing clubs put their fierce rivalries aside to distribute over 4,000 meals to the people most affected by the pandemic. Superfan Marivaldo lives over 60 kilometers away from his beloved Sport Recife, but with no access to transport, each game day he makes a 12-hour journey on foot and hasn't missed a match since 2017.
Okay, the FIFA Fan Award for 2020 goes to Marivaldo Francisco da Silva.
Marivaldo. Do you speak English?
That says everything, doesn't it?
Do you speak English? I don't hear you.
Oh, we seem to have lost the
Oh, that's a pity.
the sound,
You had so many things to say.
I mean, the emotion tells you everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. So he walked. It was the one who walked.
It's incredible.
We're going to find a good sponsor for you for good shoes because you walk so much. Oh, it's a pity that we can't hear you.
Yeah. Well, look, that says everything, doesn't it? He's so
Yes.
happy. Marivaldo Francisco da Silva, huge congratulations on winning the FIFA Fan Award. We'll hear from you soon. We'll see you soon.
Oh, my God.
Cheers, it's incredible. OK, we'll move on. Joining us here in the studio now is another one of our legends as we turn our attention to the FIFA FIFPRO World 11s. And we welcome a player who represented France almost 200 times. She made the FIFA Women's World Cup All-Star team in 2011, and she's now building on that legacy back home. A warm bonsoir et bienvenue, Laura Georges. I'm good. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Respect.
Laura, fantastic as always to have you here. And I want to ask you really, because you're on the other side of the game now. Long gone are your playing days. You're now the Secretary General of the French Football Federation, which is a fantastic role. It's great to see you in it. But we've talked a lot so far about the challenges of 2020. What was it like dealing with it from the administrative side?
It's been really hard to not be close to the players, to not be close to the president and all the people working for football. So I haven't been able to travel. I've been organizing some video conferences with the team that I have at the federation to stay in touch with the players, to advise them, to give them, to share experiences about what it is to be a pro player, but also to be now in the executive position.
Yeah, which is incredible to see. It was a season that was cut short for a lot of people, the women's football season, but there are some really great highlights, aren't there?
Yeah, of course. I know it has been like a really difficult time for everyone, but Lyon have been outstanding this year, winning like 5 times in a row the Champions League. They are definitely a team getting into the...
And we saw Sarah Bukhari earlier.
Yeah, it's like being like a legendary team. And of course, I have to think about the referees, the women's referees, and especially Stephanie Frappard, but all those women appointed for male important competition. So I've been outstanding. I know it's not easy to be a referee in a men's game, but I can't thank enough all the instructors, all the people working behind the scene to make sure that these women who are working really hard, who are performing in men's games. They are huge examples for all those little girls and all these women.
Absolutely, and want to see more of it as well. Well, from one pioneer of the women's game to another, let's focus on one of the most significant moments in the game in the last 12 months. Canada's Christine Sinclair broke the record for most international goals scored by any footballer, male or female, surpassing the great Abby Wambach.
Sinclair! Sinclair! Christine Sinclair! Sinclair! Ross is very deep on Sinclair! It's headed in by Sinclair! It is over! Brilliant! It's Sinclair! Lawrence with the ball across. Sinclair! 2-1!
Well, we are delighted that Christine joins us now. It's so fantastic to see you. Huge congratulations on this incredible achievement. As we say, you've scored more goals than any international footballer, which is just wonderful to see. I mean, I'm here with Laura Georges, someone who you know well. You've played together, or played against each other, I should say.
Yeah, it was tough to play against her, but I'm glad she's continuing. I'm really impressed because you've been fighting really hard, and you always have like this humility. So congratulations on what you're doing today. But I have a question for you. So tell us about the record and the expectation around it. Did you feel the pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I felt the pressure, especially as the record got closer and closer. It was everything that people wanted to talk about. It's the only thing that I got asked by reporters about. And you know, we were heading into an important tournament, an Olympic qualification tournament. So it was nice to get it out of the way in the first game, and it was amazing to be able to celebrate with my teammates and, you know, having some friends and family in the stands while we could still have people in the stands. So that was an incredible moment for me.
Yes, I guess. And so you scored 186 goals. So which one will you always remember and why?
Oh, I think I'm going to have to go with the opening game of the World Cup in Canada. You know, not many people get to play in a World Cup, never mind a home World Cup. And to be able to score a goal in the 90th minute to win that opening game in front of 65,000 screaming Canadians, it's a moment that I never thought I'd see in my career. And just to be a part of the growth of the game in my own country, I'll never forget that one.
Speaking of the growth of the game, Christine, I mean, there's been a meteoric rise in women's football, particularly in recent years, with those kind of great tournaments, Canada and then France, and, you know, more infrastructure. The TV viewing has been incredible as well. What advice would you have to, like, young girls who want to follow in your footsteps, who are looking to enter football? What would you say to, I don't know, I suppose a young Christine, if she were here now?
Just chase your dreams. You know, the world of women's football is changing. It continues to grow. More and more opportunities are becoming available for girls. Obviously, football was my vehicle, but I don't, whether it's, you know, a young kid is dreaming of being a doctor or a lawyer, all I have to say is go for it, put in that extra work. And, you know, everyone here today is living proof that sometimes those like crazy wild dreams you have as a youngster do come true. Yeah, so just give everything you've got and who knows what can happen.
Indeed. Good advice, Christine. Well done. And thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the player who has raised the bar for international goal scorers, Christine Sinclair. Now it's time to reveal the FIFA FIFPRO Women's World 11. FIFPRO is the global players' union and collective voice for the professional footballers worldwide, and the team is decided based on votes from the players. Let's take a look at the team.
FIFPRO. The FIFA FIFPRO Women's World 11. In goal, Christiane Endler. In defense, Lucy Bronze. Wendy Renard. Millie Bright. In midfield, Tobin Heath. Veronica Boqueta. Barbara Bonansea. Megan Rapinoe. In attack, Delphine Casarino. Viviane Miedema. Pernilla Harder.
Well, what an incredible 11 to see. It's lovely to have so many of you with us. I'm going to pick one of you today, and that is going to be Viviane Miedema. Viv, good to see you. This is your first ever nomination in the World 11. I mean, it's a great way to end the year, isn't it? To be recognized in this way.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's an honor to be alongside all these players, and obviously it's something I've worked on for a long time now, and I'm just happy that I can help the team and Arsenal and our national team.
Well, you know, you're doing so well. You're now the record goal scorer in the Women's Super League. You broke that record a few weeks ago. You also have the most involvement in goals as well. That was another record you broke last weekend. So you keep improving, you keep doing it, you keep giving to Arsenal, and it's a joy to watch. But you're so humble as a person. I know your manager, Joe Montemurro, has always said this whenever I've spoken to him. He always talks about you as being such a humble character. And just what a team player you are. Why is it so important to you? Because a lot of strikers can have, I mean, you can't be a striker without an ego, but you are so giving to the rest of your team.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously play football because I want to be together with the girls on the pitch. And I think my role is more than just being a number 9. I like to combine number 10 and number 9 role. And I know what the girls expect from me, and I want to live up to those expectations, and that's being a good teammate and being a good player.
Well, you've been doing that and more in the last few years. It's wonderful to see. Laura, I'm just going to bring you in here because that is not a bad 11, is it?
Yeah, it's really impressive. I'm thinking about all these girls who can have also been in this best 11. And I'm really happy I can see like a strong back. And I'm glad to see Christian Handler. I'm thinking also about Sarah Bouhaddi, who could have been, but Christian has been like outstanding with PSG this year. The strong back, really impressed. I've been playing with Wendy, I know Lucy, and Millie Bright, strong defenders who are making a difference. Every time they step on the field, they also score for the team. And the midfield, I have some friends I've been playing with, and I'm thinking also about other midfields, but really happy to see Vero and see Barbara being in the team, and I'm thinking about Megan and Tobin. And looking at the forwards, Delphine, Viviane, and Pernilla.
That's a good front line, isn't it?
It will have been really hard for me to defend on them. A lot of fast players, outstanding and scoring a lot of goals. When I think about Viviane and Pernilla, they've been outstanding in England, but also in Germany. And yeah, outstanding best 11, and thinking, of course, about all those players who are fighting every day, who are really good with their club team. So congratulations to all of you guys.
Yeah, well done, all of you, for making the FIFA FIFPRO Women's World 11. And thank you very much to you, Laura, for joining us.
Merci.
Thank you.
Can I also say something to Laura?
Of course.
I think you are an inspiration for all the federations around the world to have a woman in such an important position at your federation in France. So,
Merci.
really an honor to meet you.
Merci. It's wonderful to see you.
You're welcome. May I ask Arsene Wenger back on stage, please? And now that we have the best women's 11 in the world, they need some opposition. And we thought it would be fitting to welcome back a coach who knows something about the headaches of team selection. Remember, all the 11 players have been handpicked by 50,000 professional players invited by the World Players Union, FIFPRO. Arsene Wenger, let's take a look at the FIFA FIFPRO Men's World 11.
The FIFA FIFPRO Men's World 11. In goal, Alisson Becker. In defence, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Virgil van Dijk. Sergio Ramos. Alphonso Davies. In midfield, Joshua Kimmich. Kevin De Bruyne. Thiago Alcantara. In attack, Lionel Messi. Robert Lewandowski. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, what an incredible World 11 that is, Arsene. I'm going to speak to just one person here. I'm going to pick El Gran Capitán, Sergio. Tú siempre estás en este gran 11, 5 años consecutivos, pero más que esto. Y yo quiero preguntarte algo que siempre te pregunto, es ¿cómo consigues mantener este nivel tan alto año por año y tener estas ganas de ganar y luchar sin parar?
Buenas noches. La verdad que una de las claves es mantener siempre la ilusión, la ambición y ese hambre de ganar, ¿no? Que a pesar de haber ganado mucho en mi carrera, me sigo manteniendo, ¿no? Con esa ambición y esa ilusión de querer seguir mejorando y de querer seguir ganando cosas.
Sí, esto es verdad. Y tú ganaste todo con tu club, como en la selección también, y lograste un récord increíble con la selección. Tú ¿Sientes la responsabilidad de ser este hombre que jugó más por su selección? ¿Y qué más hay que ganar para ti?
Bueno, para mí me gusta resetearme todos los años y empezar de cero. Siempre me gusta soñar, conseguir objetivos nuevos y eso intento hacer cada año para seguir aumentando mi palmarés y seguir mejorando también como jugador. En primer lugar, también quería aprovechar esta noche para dar las gracias y agradecer a todos los amigos de FIFA, a los de FIFPRO, a los amigos del Once Ideal. Cómo no, dedicar este premio a todas las víctimas del coronavirus, a todas esas familias que lo han sufrido. Desde aquí, con todo mi cariño, un abrazo muy, muy fuerte para todos ellos. Este premio también es para todos vosotros. Cómo no, también felicitar a mis compañeros del Once Ideal, todos los que somos partícipes de este once, que para mí es un privilegio después de ser el Once Ideal número 11 también para mí. Y a todas las chicas también que han conseguido un premio, pues felicitarlas, ¿no? También agradecer a mis compañeros de equipo, del Real Madrid y sobre todo también de la selección española, que este premio individual es gracias también a todos ellos. Así que muchísimas gracias a todos los compañeros también del fútbol que nos habéis votado con este cariño y felices fiestas a todos, feliz Navidad y sigamos luchando por este partido que todavía no lo hemos ganado, pero entre todos tenemos que conseguir combatir este virus y seguro que vamos a ganar.
Vamos a ganar. Muy bien dicho, Sergio, y muchas gracias. I'm going to ask Arsene, I mean, take a look at the names there. You would have loved to manage a team like that, wouldn't you?
Well, I would just like to congratulate all of them together, because when you're a little child, you dream to be the best player in the world in your position, and that's an unbelievable achievement. So congratulations to all of you. It's absolutely unbelievable. On top of that, I must say, I look at the front line. My friends, you made me all suffer a lot, you know, because you all scored goals against my teams. And congratulations as well to Robert and Cristiano and Lionel, because for the time you have been at the top level is absolutely unbelievable. And my all encouragement to all of you to come back next season.
Absolutely. Well said, Arsene. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all 11 in the FIFA FIFPRO Men's World 11. What a team. Come and join us, Arsene.
A dream World 11 for any coach. Congratulations to both the men's and the women's teams. Now, last month, the entire football family mourned the loss of one of the greatest, if not the greatest footballer ever to play the beautiful game.
A diminutive genius from Argentina, he mesmerized with his effortless talent. He entertained and inspired fans from every corner of the globe, and he was worshipped and adored everywhere he went. It was unlike anything the world of football had seen before.
He won the FIFA World Cup in Mexico in 1986. He put Napoli on the football map as he led them to 2 Scudettos and their first ever UEFA Cup. And he won silverware at Boca Juniors and Barcelona, as well as countless individual awards, including FIFA Player of the Century alongside Pelé. We are, of course, talking about Diego Armando Maradona.
Son dos. Mi primer sueño es jugar en el Mundial y el segundo es salir campeón.
Well, we are delighted to be joined by two of Maradona's great friends, Sergio Goycochea, who played alongside him in the 1990 FIFA World Cup, and Ciro Ferrara, who shared the Napoli revolution with him as well. Buenos tardes, buonasera. Good evening to both of you. Sergio, empezaré contigo. Es un gran honor tenerte con nosotros y sabemos todos que significa Maradona para todo el mundo de fútbol. ¿Qué significaba él para la gente de Argentina?
Bueno, muy buenas noches a todos. A ver, es muy difícil sintetizar en poquitas palabras lo que significaba Diego para la gente de nuestro país. Pero nosotros crecimos en un momento, en cualquier parte del mundo, donde uno llegara, quizás inclusive en aquellos lugares el fútbol no era el primer deporte, uno llegaba y decía: soy argentino, soy de Argentina. Argentina, Maradona, le decían. Diego transformó la camiseta de la selección argentina en una bandera, en un emblema. Nos dio apellido, como alguien dijo por ahí, porque era Argentina, Maradona. Fue el mejor embajador. Y significó en la gente eso: alegría, esperanza, una persona que se animó a todo y además que tuvo la oportunidad de que muchos artistas le dedicaran una canción, le pusieran letra a su nombre, y eso la gente lo canta, lo baila, lo siente propio. Me animo a decir hasta que en un momento se siente en Maradona cantando y bailando sus canciones. Me parece que Maradona es la máxima expresión de los argentinos, y a diferencia de muchos ídolos, que tenemos en nuestro país y que son admirados, Diego fue admirado, pero además amado. Me parece que esa es la definición que puedo dar sintéticamente de lo que es Diego para la gente de Argentina.
Es increíble, yo pensaba que es imposible decirlo tan bueno, muy bien dicho, serio. Bueno, tú compartiste muchos momentos con él, tanto dentro del fútbol que fuera. Yo quiero saber cómo era él como persona, como amigo, como profesional.
Mi amigo Diego, cuesta creer todavía que tengamos que hablar en tiempo pasado. Yo era amigo de Diego. Fue un líder natural dentro del vestuario. La gran familia del fútbol sabe de lo que estoy hablando, lo que significa un líder en un vestuario, aquel que asume las presiones, que descontractura esos momentos que se viven de mucha presión en el fútbol de élite, el que predica con el ejemplo, con el amor a la camiseta, el que nos transmitió ese amor a la camiseta de la selección argentina. Y cuando tu líder toma el ejemplo y hace tantas cosas, vos vas detrás de él peleando por todo. Eso era Diego en el vestuario, era uno más, no se tomaba ningún privilegio y nos inculcó a todos que la selección argentina estaba por encima de cualquier cosa. Y crecimos con eso, y me parece que también por esas circunstancias se consiguieron tantas cosas con la camiseta de la selección argentina. Es muy difícil sintetizarlo con pocas palabras, pero eso era Maradona. Tenía un magnetismo propio que generaba y que se transformaba en el centro de todo en cualquier parte del mundo. Tuvimos la suerte de tenerlo como compañero, tuvimos la suerte de ser amigos y pudimos disfrutar de este fenómeno que atraviesa el fútbol y que va a vivir eternamente en el corazón de los argentinos.
Sí, eso es verdad. Dijiste muy bien en tan pocas palabras, ¿eh? Muy bien. Gracias, Sergio.
Thank you, Sergio.
No, por favor.
Ciro Ferrara experienced that magical time as his teammate at Napoli. Ciao, Ciro.
Ciao Rud, è un vero piacere essere con voi. Buonasera a tutti, sono molto emozionato.
Ma tu eri anche molto amico di lui, no?
Sì, sono stato l'unico giocatore del Napoli che ha vissuto tutto il periodo dei 7 anni che ha trascorso a Napoli. E questo rapporto è continuato anche quando ovviamente le strade si sono divise. Diego poteva stare in mezzo a 100, 200, 300 persone che magari gli chiedevano l'autografo o una fotografia, se mi vedeva arrivare spostava tutti e veniva ad abbracciarmi. È stato ed è un grande uomo, un grande leader e soprattutto una cosa, mi ha fatto riflettere in alcune sue dichiarazioni, Rud. Gli chiedevano se lui fosse il giocatore più forte del mondo e lui diceva: io sono un giocatore normale. Allora la domanda viene spontanea, Rud. Se Diego è un giocatore normale, noi che giocatori siamo stati?
Sì, è vero, è vero. Ma che impatto aveva lui su di te, personalmente?
Rud, tieni presente che Diego è stato presentato a Napoli nell'84, sì. Il 5 luglio dell'84, e io ero un ragazzo delle giovanili del Napoli, avevamo appena vinto lo scudetto nazionale allievi, avevo 17 anni. Mai e poi mai avrei immaginato che 20 giorni dopo mi sarei trovato in ritiro con la prima squadra, sì. E anche con Diego. Tra l'altro Diego dei 7 anni, quello è stato l'unica volta che ha fatto il ritiro intero. Gli altri li ha sempre saltati, però io sono orgoglioso di aver fatto parte della storia del suo romanzo. Sono nelle pagine del suo romanzo e questo per me è un grandissimo onore.
E nello spogliatoio? Come era nello spogliatoio?
Quando veniva.
Sì.
Ti devo dire, è sempre stato un grandissimo leader e per noi ha rappresentato una sorta di rivoluzione quando è arrivato, perché improvvisamente un gruppo di ragazzi decidono di cambiare quelle che erano le gerarchie, no, del campionato. Tu lo sai bene, sì, perché ci hai giocato in quel campionato. Decidono di cambiare le sorti di quei campionati e quindi improvvisamente diventiamo protagonisti. Ma la cosa incredibile è, e viviamo questa rivoluzione, ma la cosa incredibile è che questa rivoluzione passa attraverso un giocatore con i capelli scapigliati, con i capelli ricci, con le gambe forti, ma fondamentalmente piccolino. Sì. Ma lui era il nostro leader assoluto.
Grazie, Ciro.
Do you know, I think we could spend hours here listening to all these stories about Diego, but I've got to ask you, Ruud, because you were in Italy at the time, playing for AC Milan, the whole time that, you know, he was at Napoli. I mean, these are former teammates. What was it like playing against him?
You know, they all formulated it well. You know, he was outstanding. You know, the first time I played against him, I saw Donadoni, Ancelotti trying to nick the ball off him, and they couldn't do it. He was so strong, technical ability. And also, I looked at him. He was a leader. He was talking with his players. He always tried to animate them to give more and more and more. And then, of course, his technical ability was, you know, out of space. Never seen it before.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? When you look at the sort of the technical innovation in football right now, the replays, VAR, even the state of the pitches, if Maradona was playing in this era, is there any limit to what he could have achieved?
Look, and you know, they tried to kick him all the time to get him out of the game. Yeah. One time it happened when a player of Bilbao, Goalkeeper, who broke his leg, and they tried to do that all the time. So can you imagine if he had the protection of now, and the video, and the cameras, and everything, you know, you couldn't stop him because he was unstoppable. And so therefore, this is a new era. It's a new way of playing football. But for me, Maradona is the best player I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen Pelé play football. I can only see it from images from the old times, but I've played against it. I've seen it. I've touched him. So therefore, for me, he is the best player ever.
What a wonderful tribute. And you have spent time with him. Tell us about him as a person.
Now, him as a person, he was also sad inside him because when he was at Napoli, he couldn't get out of the house. He couldn't do anything. I talked with him a couple of times and he said to me, Ruud, if I want to have clothes, they have to come in my house. I cannot go to the shops. I cannot go out anywhere. Sometimes he said he escaped. Then he went in the car and he just drove to Rome and back just to be a little bit alone, on his own, on himself. And that is also lonely. That is horrible. And of course, on the moment that he came to his house, he was the Maradona, but he wanted to have also spare time, just private time for himself. So on these moments, I really felt sorry for him.
But as you said, I mean, the most amazing player you've ever seen, and
yes.
It's been a joy to hear from his teammates and adversaries, and such wonderful stories and memories of a football genius. Well, sadly, Maradona wasn't the only FIFA World Cup winner who left us this year. Paolo Rossi won the Golden Boot in 1982, leading Italy to the title, including a remarkable performance against Brazil. He is widely regarded as one of the finest attackers in Italian football history.
Paolo Rossi left an incredible legacy in the world of football. Now we welcome back Ciro Ferrara. Okay, Paolo era un'altra generazione. Che impatto aveva lui su tua generazione?
Beh, Paolo Rossi ci riporta indietro e bisogna ringraziarlo. Personalmente voglio ringraziarlo perché per la prima volta a 15 anni io mi gusto la gioia di un risultato grandioso che è stato il mondiale. Il mondiale dell'82 ci ha fatto veramente gioire, quindi sempre grati a quella nazionale e in particolar modo a Paolo Rossi che è stato decisivo. E poi mi lega anche quello che è stato il mio debutto, perché debutto nell'85 e debutto contro la Juventus, in un Napoli-Juventus, e in quella Juventus giocava Paolo Rossi. Ormai era verso la fine della carriera, ma di Paolo soprattutto ricordo una cosa, il suo sorriso, e questo mi rimarrà per sempre. È veramente stato un dispiacere. Questi ultimi giorni purtroppo ci hanno portato via degli amici e dei grandissimi campioni.
Thank you, Ciro. Grazie, Ciro. Earlier, grazie. Earlier, I caught up with another member of the famous Italian team from '82, Antonio Gabrini, who had this to say about his gifted teammate.
Significa tantissimo per me perché Paolo non era soltanto un grande calciatore, un grande atleta, soprattutto era un grande amico. E quindi lo ricordo molto volentieri come amico. Poi dopo con lui naturalmente ho passato tantissimi anni sia in Juventus ma soprattutto in nazionale, perché praticamente in nazionale abbiamo diviso per 10 anni la stessa camera, quindi è nata una grandissima amicizia, come dicevo prima, praticamente come fratelli.
Che cosa ha significato lui per l'Italia, per esempio? Era un eroe, perché lui non parlava molto, era molto silenzioso, non si sente molto, non si legge molto di lui nel giornale.
Sì, ma guarda, secondo tutti, quello che Paolo ha rappresentato, soprattutto parliamo del 1982, di quei mondiali, è stato un esempio fondamentale da seguire, ed ha avuto quella capacità insieme a tutti i suoi compagni di cambiare lo stato sociale di un paese. Eppure in quell'occasione, penso che sia una delle pochissime occasioni che sia successo un fatto del genere, in quell'occasione l'Italia è cambiata, per merito suo.
Diego Maradona and Paolo Rossi may no longer be with us in person, but their legacy will live on forever.
Okay, now it is time to honour the achievements of two special individuals as we discover the winners of the Best FIFA Women's Player and the Best FIFA Men's Player Awards.
We shall start with the Best Female Player of 2020. And to present this award, please welcome the FIFA Secretary General, Fatma Samoura.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Fatma. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Hello, how are you?
Very good.
Everything,
All
okay.
right.
So great to have you here, Fatma. Three talented nominees will be competing for the honor, following on from past winners Carly Lloyd, Lieke Martens, Marta, and last year's winner Megan Rapinoe. These are the three nominees for the Best FIFA Women's Player of 2020. The three nominees are Lucy Bronze, UEFA Women's Champions League winner with Olympique Lyonnais, Pernille Harder of Denmark, Chelsea's world record signing from European giant Wolfsburg, and another star from the treble-winning Olympique Lyonnais, Wendy Renard of France.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Best FIFA Women's Player 2020 is Lucy Bronze. Congratulations, Lucy, for the well-deserved recognition. In fact, the plan was for me to hand over to you in person tonight in Manchester this iconic trophy. But unfortunately, and much to my regrets, the health protocol in place in the UK did not allow me to travel to your location. But it's just a matter of weeks before the FIFA president and I could safely travel to hand over to you the most coveted trophy. Well done, Lucy, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I hope to see you soon too. Although it is very cold in Manchester, so I'll wrap up. But yeah, I mean, wow, what a surprise! What a surprise to be even nominated alongside the two other players, you know, who I know very well, both Pernille Harder, Wendy Renard, both incredible players and outstanding human beings as well. So to even just be alongside two players of that stature is incredible, and to have won it, I mean, yeah, I don't think I have the words right now to explain how I'm feeling. But I think if there's anything that 2020 has taught us is to appreciate every single moment that you've got, to never look too far ahead and to just live in the here and now. So I think winning this award right now, this year, I would appreciate it more than ever. And I'll remember this moment for the rest of my life. and I really will just enjoy the moment. And I'm just so thankful for everybody's support at all the clubs that I've played for, at Lyon and at Manchester City now. But I'm so grateful to be back home with everything that's going on in the world. I really am never ever going to take the smallest things for granted of just being home, let alone winning a trophy of this stature. Yeah, it's just incredible. Just thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how important it was, but you already said that. 2020 has, of course, been a difficult season for everybody. But there has to be some magic. What was the magic for you this year?
The magic had to be the Champions League. We played a different format. It's like a World Cup and a Euros, which are the most exciting parts of the year. You look forward to these tournaments in the summer, and this year we got to have that in the Champions League, and going up against our fierce rivals in PSG in the semi-final, and then we got to go against Wolfsburg, Pernilla Harder's team, in the final as well, and just going back to back in those big games. Obviously, it was disappointing not to have the fans there and the support there, but it was incredible to play all those big games and just to feel that pressure and just to be in it, in that little bubble for a week and to lift the trophy at the end. Lyon always has the expectations to win that trophy and to do it as a club for 3 times in a row, the 5th time, 3 times in a row for myself, the 5th time in a row for the club was just incredible. It was a huge achievement for the club and something that I'll really treasure for the rest of my life.
Lucy, personally, as fellow English person, it's great to see you up there winning this incredible award. And as you talk about the experience at Lyon, I mean, that is an incredible machine of a team that wins and wins and wins. And you keep getting better with everything that you do. How do you take that sort of winning mentality now into next year? What have you learned from that experience of being part of that you can now bring to your new endeavour now?
Yeah, that crazy winning mentality, wanting to be the best. You look at the likes of Wendy Renard, who's been at the top of the game for so many years now, consistently the player in that World 11. Players like that are the people that I've learned so much of. Something that I wanted to bring back to England, a huge reason for me coming back to Manchester City, to being back on home soil, to be that kind of serial winner with a club in England. And to bring that back to the national team is the thing that I'm looking forward to the most. Obviously, we've got Olympics coming up as a Great Britain team, a home Euros to follow with our new coach, who's just won the Coach of the Year, Serena. Congratulations to her. And then following that with a World Cup. So, I hope to bring all the experiences that I had at Lyon, all my past experiences of winning trophies and just put all of that energy into every team that I play for and trying to be successful in England and with England.
Has it become an obsession, that desire to win? Would you say so?
Pardon?
Has it become an obsession, that sort of desire to win? Has it now become something that you see the serial winners, you see them all the time, those big players who just never lose that desire to win? Have you got that now?
Yeah, I think that's something that I've always had. I'm quite an obsessive person with winning. I think anyone who's ever met me will tell you that even if it's who can tie the shoelaces the fastest, I want to be the one to win. I was quite fortunate that having a big brother growing up and being so competitive with him, who, again, I need to mention it's his birthday today, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Outshone him again on his birthday. That's just the competitive nature that has been through my family. It's in my blood. I've had it since day one, and it's something that's followed me throughout my career. Playing for a team like Lyon was such an easy fit, and now I'm just excited for what the future holds and to continue being successful.
So are we, Lucy. It is so wonderful to see you up there. Huge congratulations to you. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy outshining your brother. Enjoy all of it. It's fantastic. Lucy Bronze, the best FIFA Women's Player of 2020.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy, for joining us. OK, now to our final... Oh, I was going to the wrong place, Ruud. Sorry. To our final award of the evening. It is the best FIFA Men's Player. Because even during such a strange year, even without fans, we've seen so much brilliant football. And it's given us this outstanding shortlist for 2020. Well, I could never tire of watching those three. The final three nominees are the 2016 and 2017 winner of this award, Cristiano Ronaldo, who passed a century of international goals this year for Portugal, Robert Lewandowski, who'll soon be competing for the FIFA Club World Cup in Doha as a treble winner with Bayern Munich, and last year's winner of this award, Lionel Messi of Barcelona and Argentina, who's been the La Liga top scorer for 7 seasons in a row.
And to announce the winner, we have the FIFA president on the line. Mr. President, do you hear us? Mr. President?
Hello?
Do you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Because I cannot hear you, but if you can hear me,
yes,
I would say rather than announcing who the winner is, why not making him a surprise? I'm here. I have the trophy here with me, which is quite heavy. And I'm going now to see if he is here as well. Here we are.
Ah.
And the winner is Robert Lewandowski.
So, Glückwunsch. Gratuliere.
Thank you very much.
Verdient. Wie fühlst du dich?
I have to say English or German?
German is perfect.
German
Let's see, natürlich.
Okay, ja, ich fühle mich sehr gut. Ich bin sehr stolz und sehr zufrieden. Ich muss ehrlich sagen, dass das ist ein großer Tag für mich und auch für meinen Verein, für meine Mitspieler. Und ich muss einfach Danke sagen, weil klar, dass dieser Preis gehört auch zu meinen Mitkollegen, zu meinem Coach, Staff, auch bei Bayern München, auch bei der Nationalmannschaft. Und ja, das ist schon ein unglaubliches Gefühl.
Viele Emotionen natürlich, aber hoch verdient für Robert Lewandowski. Offiziell der beste Spieler der Welt in diesem Jahr. Also wenn man Polen anschaut, nicht Lato, Boniek, Lewandowski. Wenn man die Welt anschaut heute, Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski. Schon speziell, nicht?
Ja, stimmt. Das ist, wenn du gewinnst so einen Preis mit einer Ära mit Messi und Cristiano Ronaldo, das bedeutet auch viel für mich, weil damals bei Nationalmannschaft, polnischer Nationalmannschaft war Boniek, Lubański, das war vor 20, 30 Jahren und jetzt ich bin dabei sein und ich habe gesagt, wenn du gewinnst einen Preis und du vergleichst mit Lionel Messi und Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, das ist schon was wunderschön gefühlt, wunderschöne Sache und das bedeutet, egal woher kommst du, egal wie heißt du, das Wichtigste, wie gut du bist und was hast du auf dem Platz zeigst.
Absolut. Und vielleicht, wenn man auf dieses Jahr zurückschaut, es war ein schwieriges Jahr natürlich für alle, aber du hast vielen Freude geschenkt. Was ist dein Highlight des Jahres?
Ja, ich denke für alle, die ganze Welt, das war kein einfaches Jahr, aber von zweiter Sache, wir haben alles gewonnen, was wir konnten gewinnen und ich denke, die beste Highlights, das war damals, wo wir im Champions League Finale gewonnen gegen PSG. Das war die besonderes Tag, besonderes Abend und habe ich erst einmal dieses Gefühl bekommen, egal wie lange du arbeitest auf diesen Success, musst du immer dran glauben und denken und dieser Moment war wirklich sehr, sehr cool und wenn wir auch danach Supercup gewonnen und alle Titel, wo wir konnten gewinnen, wir haben wirklich alles geschafft. Das ist was Besonderes und bedeutet, wie gute Mannschaft haben wir, wie gute Coach haben wir und dass alle wir arbeiten in gleiche Richtung.
Super, dziękuję bardzo. Vielen Dank. Robert, jetzt wird gefeiert. Now the party goes on. Maybe, hopefully, certainly a celebration which is well deserved. So I think we can give back the floor to Zurich.
Yes. Congratulations to Lewandowski.
What a great surprise as well.
Yeah, but he deserved it.
Absolutely deserves it.
He'd never been
What a
nominated,
year.
and now he wins it.
He's a great guy as well.
Yes.
Good to see.
Now we would like to invite our FIFA legends to join us here in the studio. This year, the FIFA legends have played a special role in keeping the hope of football active and reaching out to fans all over the world, advising them how to deal with COVID, taking a stand against discrimination, addressing domestic violence, and recognizing the true heroes of the year.
They kept our game alive while matches were not being played, and we thank them for their enormous contribution. 319 legends who come from 66 countries were involved in a staggering 343 contributions to campaigns such as Kick Out Coronavirus, Be Active, Safe Home, Legends Take Over, Stop Racism, and Humanity's Heroes. They reached more than 143 million fans across the world, and they generated more than 11 million social interactions.
They gave us hope in 2020, and we now ask the FIFA legends to write on your cards your wish for the next year. If you're ready, please show us your cards together. 3, 2, 1. Show you your cards. Nice.
Oh,
huh?
wonderful.
Marcel Desailly, Santé Football. So what a pleasure to have your company. Even thought you couldn't be here with us here in person. We pay an enormous respect to all the players who have kept the hope alive for the world through this difficult period. A big thank you to all of you who have joined us from all over the world tonight.
As we move into 2021, we know that life hasn't returned to normal, but how wonderful that football has been such a unifying force during such a challenging year. We'd like to wish you all good health and happiness in the new year, and we look forward to enjoying football together again from all four corners of the globe in 2021. Good night.
Good night.